Morning, welcome to Near Shores Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. I am extremely concerned about Russia and Ukraine. Not that I can do anything to stop it. I can't call up Vlad the Mad and say, hey, don't do that. I am very concerned that there are people here in the United States and Canada that are pushing via maneuvers, let's say, Russia into going into Ukraine. I'll give you an example. The Canadian Foreign Minister, a woman, came out with a statement after meeting with the Ukraine president and said, we will supply you with all the military hardware you need to defend yourself. Now, that was a public statement. I'm sure Putin heard that. I am sure the generals heard that, and I am sure they're going to say, if we're going into Ukraine, we better do it before they are rearmed or upgraded with military equipment. You see what I mean? Blinken, the fool, the idiot from the Obama administration, who was a failure then in diplomacy, remember all the lines in the sand? That was him. He is having a meeting as well, and meeting with Ukraine and the Russian officials. They laughed at him the last time when he was threatening sanctions. They're going to laugh at him again when he threatens sanctions and says there's another way. The other way would be to pay Russia out of the taxpayers' money and the general fund not to invade Ukraine. Now, if I'm Putin, I'm saying, do we need more money or do we need security to keep Ukraine from going into NATO or NATO coming up on our doorstep? Russia has also said, well, you want to know how it feels to have a foreign military presence right next to you? We will go into Cuba again and put our warships there and some missiles. What do you think about that? We will go into South America, build bases. What do you think about that? Now, we have a no tolerance policy of communist powers, foreign powers, coming into South America and establishing bases. It would be very interesting to see what would happen if Russia did send some cruisers and destroyers into Cuba, building bases there. That would be the Cold War all over again, and the Cuban Missile Crisis at a heightened extent that you've never seen before. A lot of you may not remember or even know about when we were in school, we had tornado drills and we had nuclear bomb shelter warning practice drills. The alarm would go off and we would have to hide underneath our desks for tornado or bomb warnings. Some of the schools had fallout shelters and we would have to get up out of our class, stand up, hold hands, and file down the basement to the fallout shelter until the siren said all clear. A lot of you may not even remember that or even know about it. That was before we found out how deadly the nuclear war would be, and we've said hiding under our desk is absolutely a non-starter. So we're going to see what the fool does. He is going to push us into war. They are going to do that. They will not stop China going into Taiwan, which will drag Australia and Japan into it as well. And what does that mean to you? I would make sure you fill up your gas as much as possible. Any spare containers you have, take the money, put extra gas in there. Keep your cars full. Buy extra quarts of oil. All of that is going to go very high, especially the oil. Once Russia secures, they'll do a blitzkrieg on Ukraine. They'll just overwhelm them. and then they'll seize control over it. And for about the next year, 2 years, gasoline, oil products will become highly unstable. It'll be very expensive, in my opinion. If the region doesn't completely destabilize, you may see a stabilization in as little as a year, depending on how much authority Russia puts over the Ukrainians, and they'll just devastate the people. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. I think it's going to be touch and go here for quite a while. And if Russia goes, they've done one wintertime attack, and that was in Finland. The Russian army got destroyed, but Finland conceded 33% of their border to Russia as a security measure. Why they did that, I have no idea. The Finnish army destroyed the Red Army. So they've only launched a wintertime attack one time. All right, I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I do appreciate you. Please continue to hit the like button, the bell button, and refer me. I appreciate it. Get yourself right with God and get baptized. There may not be another tomorrow if missiles start flying. Greg out.